Racism doesn't care who you are, even if you're federal. Marcus and Malik entered O'Reilly's bar, just like any other customers. They were tired, laughing softly, still dressed in sharp black suits. The moment they stepped in, the atmosphere shifted. Conversation slowed. Chairs stopped moving. Eyes followed them like they were intruders, not guests. Malik whispered, "Here we go again." Khanas forced a smile. "Let's just enjoy the night." They sat at the counter. The bartender looked at them, paused, and then asked stiffly, "What do you want?" His tone wasn't polite. It wasn't welcoming. It was cautious. Like he expected trouble. Two old men at a nearby table stared at the twins. One muttered, "Not quietly enough. Those people don't belong here." The other chuckled, taking a sip of beer. "You never know what they're carrying." Marcus heard it. Malik did too. Marcus placed a hand on his brother's wrist. "Let it go," he whispered. Malik's jaw clenched. His eyes hardened. He hated this part, the part where silence was survival. The twins tried to relax. They talked about work. They celebrated a recent win on a major case. A woman at the far end of the bar stared and shook her head. She leaned to her friend and whispered, "They always think they're above the law." The bartender returned. "Placing their drinks on the counter like they were radioactive?" Malik whispered. "It's always the same." Marcus nodded. "But tonight is different. We don't react." A drunk man staggered toward them. He accidentally spilled a mug of beer all over Malik's suit. The liquid soaked him instantly. The man smirked. "Oh, my bad," he said sarcastically. "Didn't see you in the dark?" The bar cracked up with laughter. Malik stood up. His voice was calm but sharp. "Why did you do that?" The drunk man stepped back dramatically and shouted, "He's threatening me." "Someone call the police?" The room erupted. Phones came out. People nodded. No one questioned the lie. Marcus and Malik exchanged a look. Not fear, not shock, just exhaustion. Marcus sighed. "It's happening again." Malik lowered his voice. "One day this will end, but not today." Minutes later, the bar doors swung open. Two police officers stormed in. No greetings. No questions. No calm assessment, just judgment. Officer number 1 scowled at the twins. "Stand up. Let me see your hands." Officer number 2 rested his hand on his gun. "What are you boys doing here?" Boys. A word that stripped them of age, dignity, and respect. Marcus raised his hand slowly. "We're just having a drink." The bar cheered. Finally, entertainment officer number 1 barked, "ID. Now." Marcus handed his calmly. Malik hesitated. He didn't like being treated like a criminal. Officer number 2 stepped closer. "You don't speak unless spoken to." Malik stared at him. Something inside him cracked a little more. Officer number 1 glanced at their IDs without reading them. He shoved them back. "These look fake." The crowd nodded in approval. Pain flashed across Marcus's face. He had seen this too many times. Officer number 2 grabbed Malik's arm and forced him forward. Hands on the table, legs apart. The bar erupted in laughter. People recorded the scene. Malik's breathing grew heavy. His eyes filled not with fear but with memories. The metal table was cold under his palms. His reflection stared back at him. Broken and tired, Marcus whispered urgently, "Stay calm. Malik, please." Malik's mind blurred. Suddenly, he was 12 years old again. He and Marcus rode bicycles down a quiet street. The sun was bright. Their laughter was loud. They felt free, until a police siren echoed behind them. A police officer stopped them. He didn't ask their names. He didn't ask why they were there. He only asked, "Where did you steal these bikes?" Malik remembered crying. Marcus trembling. Their young hearts pounding in terror. Their father rushed over and shielded them. His words were calm, but his voice shook. "These are my sons. They did nothing wrong," the officer scoffed. "Tell your boys the streets don't belong to them." Malik's fists clenched in the present. Their father knelt beside them and whispered, "Listen to me. The world will judge you before you speak. People will fear you before they know you. Don't respond with anger. Win with intelligence. Always keep your dignity. Tears fell on young Malik's cheeks. In the present, tears welled again. Malik gasped and returned to reality. Officer number 2 poked him in the back. "What's wrong, tough guy? You gonna cry?" The bar laughed again. Marcus stepped forward. "That's enough. Check our IDs properly." Officer number 1 smirked. "You look like drug dealers." Officer number 2 added, "You people are all the same." Marcus inhaled slowly. "We are not what you think." Officer number 1 snorted. "They're always not what we think, until it's too late." Officer number 1 scanned the IDs again. His smirk faded. His eyes widened. He blinked once. Twice Officer number 2 asked, "What's wrong?" Officer number 1 whispered, voice trembling, They're FBI." The bar fell silent. For the first time that night, fear changed sides. Marcus stepped closer, slow and steady. "We're federal agents. We investigate hate crimes." Malik looked directly at the officer who humiliated him. "You just became one." Customers froze. Beer mugs stopped midair. Faces turned pale. Officer number 2 stuttered. "Woo, didn't know."
Ow.
Marcus replied calmly, "You didn't need to know. All you had to do was be decent humans." Officer number 1 whispered, "It was a misunderstanding." Malik said, "No, it was a decision." Marcus wrote down badge numbers. Malik recorded statements. "Expect a formal report," Marcus said. One customer whispered, "I didn't mean any harm." Malik turned to him. "You stayed silent. Silence is harm." The man lowered his head. The twins walked out slowly. No triumph. No arrogance. Just dignity. Inside, no one spoke. The laughter was gone. Shame hung heavier than smoke. Marcus sat on the hood of their car. "We shouldn't need badges to be treated like humans." Malik nodded, voice cracking. "Being black shouldn't feel like a crime. If 2 FBI agents can't escape racism, what hope does an ordinary black person have? Or if even FBI agents can't escape racism, what chance does an ordinary black person have? Do you think things will ever change?"